Everyone talks about glow-up culture like it's this magical fairy tale where you transform and suddenly everyone treats you like royalty. But what they don't tell you is that glowing up will also show you exactly who people really are. And it's not always pretty. I went from being what society would call conventionally unattractive to getting stopped on the street, and the psychological whiplash nearly broke me. If you're thinking about a glow up or you're in the middle of one, you need to hear this. Let me be crystal clear about something before we start. I'm not here to shame anyone's appearance. I'm using words like ugly and fat as descriptors of how society labeled me, not as value judgments. This is about documenting the brutal reality of how differently the world treats you based on how you look. And if you think appearance doesn't matter, if you think we live in some post-look society where everyone's judged purely on character, you're living in a fantasy. I'm about to show you receipts. 3 years ago, I was 60 pounds heavier. I had terrible skin from stress eating garbage, bleach-fried hair that looked like straw, and the posture of someone who'd given up on themselves. But here's what really gets me. It wasn't just that I looked different. I felt different. And that energy, people picked up on it immediately. Let me paint you a picture of what life was like. Men literally acted like I didn't exist. I'm not being dramatic. In college, supposedly the time when everyone's hooking up and dating, I might as well have been invisible. Guys would look through me like I was furniture. My own bosses would laugh at unflattering photos of me. I caught them multiple times, huddled around a computer, making jokes about how I looked in company photos. Imagine going to work, knowing your appearance is office entertainment. Even other women dismissed me. I once got introduced to this semi-famous singer backstage, and she literally wouldn't acknowledge my existence, just stared past me like I was air. The crazy part? I found out later she used to look just like me when she started her career, but success had made her forget where she came from. So I had 2 choices: accept that this was my life, and try to build self-worth in a world that constantly told me I had none, or change what I could control. I chose to fight back. I lost the weight, fixed my skin, learned how to dress for my body, got my hair healthy, started carrying myself like someone who deserved to take up space. But here's what nobody warns you about. The psychological adjustment is brutal. When you've spent years being treated as less than human, and suddenly everyone's nice to you, it creates this weird cognitive dissonance. You start wondering, were all these people always this shallow, or was I just blind to how the world really works? The answer is both, and it's disturbing. The change was immediate and jarring. Strangers became friendly. People smiled at me for no reason. Doors got held open. I got better service everywhere. Restaurants, stores, even government offices. My tips as a server literally doubled. Same personality, same work ethic. But suddenly, I'm making twice as much money because people found me more pleasant to look at. Men who used to ignore me were suddenly interested. But here's the twisted part. It wasn't flattering. It was actually kind of gross because I knew it was purely superficial. The attention was addictive at first. After years of being ignored, having people actually see you feels like a drug. But then reality hits. They're not seeing you. They're seeing your packaging. But the real plot twist? The people who were supposed to be happy for me, my friends, many of them turned on me. Some of my closest girlfriends started making snide comments. You look thin today. Did you skip breakfast? Where'd you get money for all these new clothes? Don't you think you're being a little vain? I lost my best friend because my transformation made her feel insecure about herself. She couldn't handle that I was no longer the fat friend who made her look better by comparison. The brutal truth hit me. Some of these people had only kept me around because my struggles made them feel better about themselves. I wasn't their friend. I was their emotional support system for their own insecurities. When I started thriving, I became a threat instead of a comfort. Here's the really messed up part. Even after glowing up, you still can't win. When I was heavier, people dismissed me, but at least took my ideas seriously. They assumed that since I didn't have looks going for me, I must be smart, or funny, or talented. Now, I'm prettier, but people assume I'm less intelligent. My opinions carry less weight because they come from someone who obviously hasn't had to develop substance. It's like society has this weird rule. You can be smart or pretty, but not both. And if you dare to be both, people will work overtime to tear you down. The beautiful girl paradox. Too ugly, and you're invisible. Too pretty, and you're not taken seriously. There's literally no winning. So what's the point of this story? Am I telling you not to improve yourself? Absolutely not. I'm telling you to go in with your eyes wide open. First truth, looks matter more than we pretend they do. Anyone telling you otherwise is lying or delusional. The sooner you accept this, the better you can navigate it. Second truth, external validation is a drug that will never satisfy you. The high wears off, and you'll need more and more to feel good about yourself. Third truth, your appearance is going to change who's in your life. Some people will leave, some new people will come, and you need to be prepared for both. Fourth truth, the most important relationship is the one with yourself. If you're changing yourself, hoping other people will finally love you, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Here's what I wish someone had told me before I started. Glow up for you, not for them. The confidence you gain from taking care of yourself should be about how you feel in your body, not about external validation. Use your privilege responsibly. If you do get pretty privilege, use it to lift other people up. Buy your less conventionally attractive friend a drink when guys offer to buy you one. Speak up for people who aren't being heard. Expect the friendship audit. Your glow up is going to reveal who your real friends are. It's painful, but it's also a gift. You want people who celebrate your wins, not people who need you to stay small so they feel big. Remember that looks fade. Whatever privilege you gain from appearance is temporary. Build real skills, real relationships, and real self-worth that aren't dependent on how you look. The most disturbing part of this whole experience wasn't how badly people treated me when I was heavier, or how superficially they treat me now. It was realizing how much mental energy I was putting into something that's ultimately not that important. Your appearance is the least interesting thing about you, but society is designed to make you think it's the most important. Don't fall for it. Yes, take care of yourself. Yes, present yourself well, but don't make your looks your entire identity, because that's a house built on sand. The people worth knowing will see past your appearance, good or bad. The people who only care about how you look aren't worth your time anyway. If you're going through your own transformation right now, I want to hear about it. Drop a comment and tell me. What surprised you most about how people's treatment of you changed? And if you're thinking about starting a glow-up journey, remember, do it for the right reasons. Do it because you want to feel strong, healthy, and confident in your own skin. Not because you think it's going to solve all your problems or make everyone love you. Because I promise you, it won't. But it will teach you who you really are and who deserves to be in your life. And sometimes, that's the most valuable lesson of all.